Hello friends, and welcome to day 13 of our 13 days of Halloween. I guess this means it's Happy Halloween! Hope you guys are having an amazing October 31st and you're doing all sorts of fun activities. Today I'm spending it with you guys and I figured we would look through a Dennison Bogie book together today. We'll see if I can make a craft out of anything in here. However, I have resisted the urge to open this, even though that is one of my faults, is I have a very hard time resisting the urge to look into things like this, opening like mystery bags of any kind, whether it's pens, plushies, whatever.
I gotta know.
It's very tempting just to go look at it and pretend like I didn't do it, but I did not. I resisted, so round of applause for me. If I seem a bit tired, it's because I am. This morning I dropped off my sister, so I'll insert that footage here of me being very tired. Happy Halloween! Good morning. It is 4 a.m. here in this wonderful household, just past the witching hour. And this ghoul be tired, so I'm gonna go back to bed, but I figured I'd say hi and catch you up on the fact that I took my sister to the airport, so ta-ta to my sister. Obviously she's not going to be in a video of mine, but I'll post a picture here of us together to fulfill any curiosity you may have about what we look like. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed, so I'll catch up with you guys in a few hours. Yeah. While I am still tired, I am not 4 a.m. Rachel tired, so I'll take that as a win. I am wearing a witch hat. See, oh my gosh, how cute! And I feel very festive right now. I did put on Halloween makeup because I felt like if I didn't, I would be committing a crime.
That's a raw fact.
So, Halloween makeup, and then I think, hopefully you can see this. We're gonna get real close right now. I have bats under my eyes. Ooh, sparkly bats. We'll see how long they stay, because I couldn't find any eyelash glue, so it could be questionable on how long they stay in my face, but that's fine. It's all good in the neighborhood. I want to name this one Batty.
Let me tell you a story, and it's all about
From Goalie, and then I want to name this guy. What is the bat's name from Anastasia? I always forget his name, but he's so freaking cute, so that's his name.
Take it easy there. You know, sir, really, you should watch your blood pressure.
I love him. He is... Why don't they do more bat sidekicks or characters or villain sidekicks anymore? That was only a 90s thing. Ugh, bring it back. Someone bring it back. I want more bat sidekicks. Okay, so Dennison Bogie Book. This I got off of Amazon, which isn't my favorite place to get things, as you know if you've been here for a while. However, I couldn't find a Dennison website. Could have just missed it. That's a possibility. But I know that they have their own webpage on Amazon, and these are all replica books that they sell, so they have a variety of them. I got the 1913 one mainly because I really liked the cover of it with the witch and then the jack-o'-lantern moon. Like, oh my god, that's so cool. Then in the back there's more witches. So they have replicas of all of them. If you actually want authentic Dennison Bogie book, I saw on Etsy or on eBay or other reseller websites like that where you can sell antiques and vintage items. It was anywhere between $100 to like $300 to buy one, depending on the condition and what year it ran. So unfortunately, I did not have the budget to do that. But if you buy these, they're not terribly expensive. I do think they overpriced the shipping by quite a bit. I think this was like $24 with shipping. But in comparison to a vintage one, I suppose I'm fine paying $24 versus like $200. And can you believe that these originally cost between 5 and 10 cents? Like, that's crazy. Like, what can you buy for 5 or 10 cents nowadays? You got me. So let's open it up. I feel like I'm doing a reading time. You ready? Ready, children? Let me scoot over. Just for ease for your eyes, I probably will insert extra footage of the pages, but let's open it up, shall we? Ooh, page 1. So this was originally published in 1913, as we know, and then it's now copyrighted in 2011 by Bram Coast Publications. What is their little symbol? Do you see that? Look at it. It's like a weird Mothman mermaid combo.
What are you?
Here's where we get some cool art. Let me get my best reading voice out. Fun is the key note of Halloween today. It was once a hallowed observance, a night of ritual and ceremony, but the passing of time has dissolved all serious rites and left us with only the spell of romance and of enchantment, which makes Halloween of all nights the most fascinating for giving and attending parties. It is the desire of Dennison to assist in the planning and the carrying out of such entertainment, and to this purpose has the Bogie Book been published. In keeping with the spirit of mystery, which should permeate the very atmosphere, are the decorations and novelties shown throughout the book. The art departments at the Dennison stores are also brimming with ideas for the assistance of customers. Did you hear that? Brimming with ideas. That's a good pun. Instructors always are glad to teach the best methods of handling creepypaper.
His favorite, creepy paper.
And to suggest schemes of decoration for each particular hostess or host. Of all decorative materials, creepypaper is the most suitable for such festivities. It is rich in coloring, fantastic in design, inexpensive and easily handled. Dennison creepypaper, with its associated products, constitutes a line for Halloween that is unique and complete. Dennison goods will be found in a large variety at all local dealers asked to see the entire line. If only they did this nowadays, I would totally run over to my local dealer and buy some, but you know what? We gotta make our own nowadays, don't we? But look, okay, this is such a cool picture right here. So here it has 3 witches. And then I guess it has a snake running up the banister, or a couple snakes running up the banister, and then like a jack-o'-lantern bush. Like, this is intricate. So the description is holly with stair decorations showing witch masks draped in creepypaper, black mat stock crows, spiders, and snakes made of wire and crepe paper and crepe paper streamers. Like, that is insane. I just wonder, is this like an expectation versus reality thing? Like, I wish I could time warp myself to 1913 where someone was following this book. Is this what it looked like in their house? Were they able to do this? Or was it just subpar? Was it a nailed it situation or a non-nailed it situation? I want to know.
Difficult, very difficult.
So with this one, it looks like a patio. Oh my gosh, it looks so over the garden wall. The cow jumped over the moon. Very nice. It says room decoration suggesting nursery rhymes. Oh, that makes sense because the cow jumped over the moon would be one. Oh, and the cat playing the fiddle. Rumpelstiltskin. Wow, that's actually really cool. Okay, anyways, so here is their Halloween price list. It says designs and colors of crepe and tissue papers. Decorated crepe designs. Put up in folds 10 feet long, 20 inches wide. So you got a cat, a witch and a ghost, a pumpkin, a witch parade, a witch frolly, cats and bats on orange, cats and bats on white, and a turkey. The turkey seems a bit out of place, but we'll go with it. And per fold of those, they're 15 cents. Gosh golly gee, can I time warp back there and buy all that stuff and then bring it back with me to present day, because I would. Number 806 crepe paper is of the regular length and width, but has been especially drawn with the design covering nearly twice the usual space. Big. But it's 25 cents. And then plain crepe paper and tissue paper, so they have colors that are dark amber, gold, orange, black, and gray. And per roll, those are 10 cents. And they have tissue paper that varies between 1 penny to 40 cents. I don't know what these little letters and number combos mean, so we're just gonna ignore that. Alright, next page. Ooh, oh my goodness. Wow, okay. Look at that intricacy. Like, are people really doing this? How long does it take them? Because it took me hours upon hours to decorate my whole apartment, and this is way more intricate than everything I did. So this is a mantle and fireplace decoration. Posts covered with ghost clowns made from white paper table covers. I don't know what a frieze, F-R-I-E-Z-E, of decorated crepe, number 988. Pumpkins cut from the same. Silhouette cats have been have cryptid rope tails and green tissue eyes. Wow. Ooh, there's hanging decorations too. This is like what I loved doing in my dining room, but this is like next level. Oh man. Like, I just want to know how they decorate their boxes when you order these, because it looks like there might be some boxes down here, but what do they decorate it with? Because I feel like nowadays we just slap it in a cardboard box and send it on its way, but I feel like if it's the 1913 era, they would be just super duper overboard with making everything look fantastic, so I'm curious. Ooh, okay, I think we're starting to get into more of the fun, festive items here. So we have paper hats, we have some table covers, we have different sorts of streamers and rope. So now I think we're getting into just more of the detailed items versus like this basic cryptid paper and tissue paper, etc. If you want the pumpkin table with fringe flounce, it is inside the pumpkin house is a doll, witch, kettle, cat, etc. Owl candle, shades with yellow tissue eyes are made of 2 pieces of dark gray matte stock. Witch cups are fashioned from crepey paper number 807, adding small pumpkins on stands. The slash flounce is crepey paper number 987, and the orange matte stock strip of faces is mounted on the green crepey paper, which also covers the tabletop. The pumpkin features are cut from number 988. Pine bows are made of green festoons, and brown tissue paper formed the cones. Is this easy for people to do? It looks so intricate. Ooh, now we're getting to some cutouts. This is so crazy. All right. How many times am I going to say that? Probably a lot. But this is so intricate. So we're going to ignore the bottom row because I feel like that's questionable. But the other ones, I really like the cat, the napkin cat guy. Ooh, here we go. Here we go. Here we're starting to get into the party suggestions. Tell me, educate this little lass on how I need to create the most fabulous Halloween party. Try as you may, you cannot provide many new games for Halloween more interesting than the time-worn ones that are part of the very spirit of the night. One must duck for apples, one must cut the cake containing the ring, the thimble, or the dime, must look in the glass by candlelight, and try all the other well-known tests of fortune. A few new stunts, however, are welcome to give variety to the old. Why don't we play more Halloween games anymore? I want to play some of these. These seem like fun. Everyone is more or less familiar with Mother Goose rhymes, so let one game consist of rounding out all the rhymes suggested by the decorations. Page 2 gives an idea how these decorations may be made both appropriate for Halloween and suggestive of Mother Goose rhymes. It will be most interesting to see the many brave starters and the very few finishers of poems. The small part of room, shown on page 2, suggests Hi diddle diddle, Humpty Dumpty, a cat came fiddling out of a barn, old woman, oh weather so high, pussycat, etc. Carry this idea throughout the home decorations. The Tin Woodman without a heart offers a pleasing variation of the game of donkey without a tail. All around the room, paper masks may be hung, each one containing a fortune. Players may choose a mask in order according to height or any other set rule. By pulling out the paper fastened in the mouth, a fortune will be found. Your face is then your fortune, but if you do not like what it tells, just remember it is only a false face, after all. Are you kidding me? That seems like such a fun game. I want to play that. I want to play that. That's interesting. So I guess you put them at different heights, and then depending on what your height is, if it lines with your face, that will be the mask for you. That just seems silly and amazing. We don't really talk about Halloween and luck anymore, do we? Is that kind of like an old thing now, where you don't really associate your fortune was going to be due to what you find out on Halloween? I feel like that's more of a New Year's thing for us now. For a party where no children are included and something really gruesome is necessary to awaken horrors, let all gather round the fire in a darkened room while a good storyteller speaks in low tones of the wicked witch. At the correct moment, young men are seen dragging a witch in effigy who is taken to a nearby lot and burnt at the stake. What are they talking about? A pie face competition is interesting. Paper pie plates are furnished each one and pieces of colored tissue. The object, of course, is to make the best pie face. In choosing dancing partners, it is fun to have all the girls covered, each with a sheet, until they have been chosen for the first dance. The unmasking is jolly and breaks up any possible stiffness. A pyramid of ice cream, served with a coating of brown coconut, is the new haystack ice. Raisins on the twigs, seeded and stuffed with large peanuts, make cunning acorns that are very good to eat. As all the fruits are now reproduced in candy form, onions, radishes, and grapes can be obtained and are very appropriate for the Halloween party. Radishes. I'm curious about the radishes. I know my dad loves radishes, but I feel like not anybody like radishes anymore. Okay, now we're back to more products. I enjoyed this page quite a bit. So obviously it's Halloween today, but I think next year if I have a Halloween party, I want to try some of these games that they suggest because they seem like a lot of fun. And I feel like I don't normally play Halloween games with people, or if I do, it's board games that are, you know, Cards Against Humanity, or play Jackbox games, but I want to play like traditional Halloween games. That seems like they're really fun. So next page we have a lunch set table decorations, as well as different options for paper napkins, lunch sets, and it looks like there's doilies, etc. That is so fun. So it's lunch set table decoration. For a simple table decoration, yet one of great attractiveness, nothing equals the Dennison lunch set number 1075. Cover, napkins, plates, and doilies are included in the set. The centerpiece and nut cups are made from decorated crepe. Bear boffs. What is that? Let's look it up, shall we? What I was taught in English, if you don't know a word, you look it up. So we're gonna do that. What is a boof? I'm not even pronouncing it right. A main branch of a tree. Oh, a bow. Wow, I'm silly.
Bow.
A bow. A bow. Wow. Don't judge me. Bare boughs covered with gray fringe and silhouettes add to the effect. The cups are decorated with figures cut from the crepe and mounted on white mat stock. They crouch before pumpkins, which may be simply silhouettes or cups entirely covered with yellow crepe. A frieze of crepe number 986 lends charm to the walls. Oh my gosh, can you hear Edgar snoring? Look at him. The little Paris angel. Most fascinating witches may be created with the aid of a mask, long gloves, old shoes, and union suit. The suit must be firmly stuffed to make simple the matter of dressing. Eyes and mouth are added to the mask, and the head is made from a ball of stuffing wound and shaped with a strip of crepe. The hair cut from gray crepe number GR1 and the large hat cover all imperfections, if such there be. Wow, they're being really nice to us here. They're like, you might mess this up, so we're gonna have you covered with a hat. Brown gloves, red cape and petticoat, black shirt, and white waist make a good scheme of coloring. The hat is made from black mat stock, and silver buckles on hat, belt, and shoes finish the costume. Now this seems a little intricate. Plus, would that not just be a jump scare if you left that up in the middle of the night and you're going to get a snack in your kitchen and you see this in your dining room just being all spooky and creepy in the corner? If you're afraid of mannequins, this is not the one for you. But let's admire. This is beautiful. This questionable. Just because I don't really want to see that hanging out in the middle of the night. I want to bring back the doily. Let's do it, kids. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is a table idea? I'm gonna do this next year, you guys. We make sure I remember. This is freaking cool. You turn the table into a cauldron. What in the world? This is amazing. Somebody out there, remind me next year when I'm decorating to do this, because this has so far stirred the most enthusiasm inside my soul. I know I don't look like it, but honestly, I am excited. I'm just someone who doesn't show excitement very well, so here we are. This one, it says, paste black crepe paper around the table edge and gather in at the bottom to form a kettle. Red and orange tissue is slashed into flames and held in place by sticks of wood. The handle may be wire or bamboo, and the flying witch a silhouette reinforced with wire. Imp cutouts 10 tiny kettles holding nuts and bundles of cinnamon or licorice sticks resemble, we're going to skip that word, because I don't know what they mean by that, because I don't know what the 1913 version of that is, so we're going to skip that. Favors are discovered by pulling the little knobs, which are apparently only a part of the kettle. That is fun. So, Halloween price list for table decorations. You got curled chrysanthemums in different colors. So this one's yellow per 15 cents. Each 15 cents per dozen, $1.50. There's an autumn vine. Ooh, that's pretty, the autumn vine. Ooh, look at that packaging down here. You can kind of see. Like, see there's that box and then it says doilies on it. Like, can we have more care put into our items nowadays? Gosh darn this capitalism. Variety of ice cups, nut cups, and novelties. Oh my god! This is so over the garden wall. Hello. This is amazing. So we have a witch flying in a broom with a jack-o'-lantern on the end of her broom. We have a cat that got scared. Oh my gosh, this one, I love the second one here. Okay, this middle one where it's a candle shade dressed as Mary. Mary reminds me of a character from Over the Garden Wall. What am I hearing? Look at this vegetable man guy. This is totally Over the Garden Wall. If you have the opportunity to buy it on DVD, which I did because I took it off everything, so I decided to buy it on DVD. If you go to the bonus features, it shows you the pilot, and in the pilot, which I won't spoil everything, but it's nothing like any of the episodes. This is its own thing. There's a lot of vegetable people in them, and this is very reminiscent of a character that's in the pilot episode Over the Garden Wall. This is so cool. Looks like they have shades to cover for your lamps, is what I'm gathering.
Sure.
Interesting. Okay, we're gonna do the next page here. I feel like I'm taking forever to get through this, but hopefully you're enjoying this so far. What are we saying here? Do I want to read this part or should we skip it? Because I feel like this might be questionable in our 2023 eyes. Okay, we're going to skip this page, so I can't tell if this is questionable. So we're going to go to page 19. Favors and prizes. Paper flowers have always been popular as favors for the cotillion, and among the appropriate ones for Halloween are the tiger lilies, cattails, orange and black tulips, marigold, and shaded chrysanthemums. The lily and the cattail illustrated are unique in that they contain favors which are partly concealed. The little tiger is found among the stamens of the lily, and the small black point of the cattail, if pulled, will reveal an entire black... Okay, I get what they mean, but I feel like the words... that sentence, okay, I'm gonna say cat. Will reveal an entire black cat. The bed slippers are made of braided crepe paper strips sewed together and then sewed to soles which may be purchased. That seems intricate for Halloween. You make yourself slippers from the paper? I think that's a little much. The cat and the bat wands are made from crepe number 986 with orange crepe bows. That's cute. See, this is cute. I would want this as a favor. A box of handkerchiefs given in a prosaic way. Prosaic. Let's look at that word, shall we? So it's being dull, ordinary, or interesting. That's one way to insult somebody. A box of handkerchiefs given in a prosaic way at Halloween is inexcusable when it may be made of a feature of fun. Gentlemen's handkerchiefs make it particularly good ghosts, which can be tied, twisted, and knotted into funny shapes. Heads cut from crepe number 806 are certainly an appropriate finish. A black crepe paper box is gruesome, but in keeping. I like how they subtly burn you as you're reading this book. There's been a couple of ones like that where it's like, do you want to be boring? Do you want to be just the worst host ever? Well then, do this. I like their subtle jabs.
Sassy.
Ooh, the Well of Truth. This might be our last page. So, the witch has a rival when it comes to fortune telling, for we are going to suggest a G word, old and wild enough, looking to know the secret of the ages. A prominent sign should be hung before her cave or tent announcing. Palms read, cards tricked, explained, crystal gazing a specialty. Huh, I feel like, yeah, we don't really do that. It's just like certain people will do tarot cards or crystal ball gazing. It doesn't seem like that's a thing that's popular anymore, but it seemed like during this time period, everybody did it. So those who enter will note detached full spread hands cut from bright red paper decorating the walls and will realize that they are the palms read. Pun. Then they will shuffle the cards and with sober mind tell you that the ace takes the king takes the queen, etc. until she has explained all card tricks. A true fortune is told after this bit is done on this wise. Both you and the lady, or man, are seated at a table gazing at a crystal ball. The ball is a goldfish globe. The crystal colors are pieces of tissue paper of every hue. You sit and gaze until you have decided to choose colors as directed by the person reading your fortune. First, you are to select your 3 favorite colors. They take note. The next 3 in order and the next. Then comes the combining of colors. Choose 3 groups of 2 colors each, then 1 group of 5. By the meanings of the chosen colors, the person reading your fortune should be able to weave an interesting fortune and one which is absolutely personal. And that was the Dennison Bogie Books. Let's discuss, shall we? There are obviously some words and things in here that are no longer kosher with 2023, and I don't think that's a bad thing. to be frank, because glad we have moved on from some just, stereotypes and things that no longer should exist. So good job, us in 2023, for making the correct movements in some areas. However, I do think these books are very fun, and they offer a lot of very interesting ideas for decorating and for costumes. This one wasn't really heavy on the costumes. I didn't see one costume suggested in here. Maybe the costume suggestions come in their later books. So I would definitely be interested in buying another one of these at some point, just to get more ideas on what to do for next year for decorating. Because as you know, this year I took inspiration from any images I found online via Google, looking up Dennison Bogie Book. However, I would love to own more of these, whether they're vintage or ones that were remade, as we saw here, and really just absorb the information. Because again, while some things are outdated in here, they suggest very plentiful, very fun ideas, not only for decorating, but for party games. And I feel like that is where I really like this book, is through those items, especially when it comes to old party games. I feel like we're too technology dependent sometimes when in parties. People will be sitting on their phone, watching TV, whatever it may be, which I think there's nothing bad about that. But I do think these games do create a more sense of community and fun versus what we do nowadays in parties. So I think this is great. This also doesn't really seem to suggest a whole lot of drinking, which I think the prohibition was in the 20s, but I like that. Like, they didn't suggest any drinking games or anything. Most of them were just fun games you could play with friends or family, whoever you invited. Yeah, prohibition was 1920, 1933, so not quite yet, but I am interested if you get into their later Bogie books in the 20s. I think they stopped making them in the early 30s. If they mention anything about party games and the prohibition, that'd be interesting for me to find out, I suppose, wouldn't it? Let me know if you had a favorite item in this Dennison 1913 edition of this Bogie book. For me personally, this was my favorite idea. I never would have thought to turn your table into a giant cauldron. So that is super fun, and this is something I definitely want to take into decorating next year for Halloween. But of course, I enjoyed all the pictures and images that they drew in this book. It's very fun to look at and see, what was in style back in 1913, what fascinated people, what didn't fascinate people compared to today. That's all I have for day 13 of our 13 days of Halloween. I hope you enjoyed learning about how people decorated in 1913 from our Dennison Bogie book. Before I go, because I need to get this edited and uploaded before the end of Halloween today, I want to take a second to say thank you very much for your support. Thank you for all your comments and your likes and your watches throughout my 13 days of Halloween. Without you, I couldn't have done it. Literally, I think I hit a wall around day 8, and I was very tempted to stop. But seeing all your comments and your support and having so much fun talking to you guys in the comments really just gave me that push to make sure that I finished this through the 13 days of Halloween. I had a lot of fun. I did do all of the Halloween things that I normally don't get around to. I did all of them this year, and really it couldn't have been done without you guys and supporting my 13 days of Halloween. So thank you very much. Pat yourselves on the back. Give yourself extra Halloween candy or whatever you want for Halloween today. And thank you once again. Happy Halloween, friends, and I will see you next time. Goodbye. So long. Don't let the jack-o'-lanterns and ghosts get you today.